from spawn on the FaZe side. That does not happen very often. And back in the middle as well, Carrigan is sneaking in to try and control that top mid while the rest are securing their site. They've got the bomb planted already. This is such a powerful position right now. FaZe, one good kill, and they're going to pick up the first round here. Rain immediately traded to Pre. He needed to do more. Nico gonna land a headshot. They're just trading back and forth, but this is already a bit low on time. They've been here for a long one, and Nico, one more headshot. Finally, he's out. But now they've got the middle. Long-range battle here. No more smokes left on the Astralis side. How can they possibly defuse this? It's gonna have to be some sort of bodyguard system on top. Body blocking him, and it's not gonna happen. Guardian will end it, and FaZe win the pistol.
Yeah, that's actually very close for how that began for Astralis. A full-on retake. FaZe just gets to walk into that bomb site, and you can see Astralis has the contingencies. Great positioning by FaZe. Nico and Palace with the P250. Such a deadly, deadly weapon for him. You saw those one-taps come out. If he's going to have a good game, this will get very, very interesting. Pistol goes to FaZe. And Astralis, no slouch in these rounds either. We know they desk-talked for so long about utility usage. 5 HE grenades. Where are they going to take those? 4 players heading over towards the B bomb site. And FaZe under Nico's calling, staying pretty grouped up. And now all these HE grenades, if they're all going to be on catwalk, FaZe can run into some trouble.
Might be the 2 people behind the stack up here, and there's going to be a whole rain of them landing down. Guardian is going to be gone eventually, and Rain almost down to 9 health. The follow-up will get him. I mean, we talked about it. Utility usage absolutely off the charts for this team. 4-3 now. They still have some pistols, but no armor there on Astralis. That might be the saving grace here for FaZe.
What more could you ask for if you were Astralis out of that nade stack? 2 kills coming from it. And FaZe, that's got to put him on notice. You could see Nico just glancing behind him, watching the flank. Dupree's going to have some information. Will try not to stick around for that fight for good reason as well. Lack of armor preventing him from taking those duels. And FaZe still with a good chance of recovering. But if Astralis get this read, it can get very difficult. 2 players at the B bomb site for the defense, and Device staying in this smoke in middle. He's just trying to hear something.
The path that they took to the B bomb site as well, if it had been a B rush from FaZe, the grenades would have been there anyway, so it kind of has a double effect almost, making it that the path. 40 seconds now, and they need to commit to a bomb site here. They can't take any extended fights. Once it goes down below 20 seconds is when it gets really scary. Magus killed the Deagle, not going to get the first shot. There is a grenade up from the apartments, and he heard as well. He definitely knows somebody's coming. 25 seconds, and they're going to get the opening kills. That's all they needed. A good job here on FaZe, recovering the round, and now they just need to hold on while the bomb is going down. Bit of a tapping, actually, and almost through the smoke. Nico was 1 bullet away, but still, 1-on-2 for Glaive, and a scary round here for FaZe, but they look to be making it through.
This is very, very good for Astralis. Costly round. Glaive's going to go down here. Not bad from Astralis, not investing in the armor, just the utility and the pistols. Still plenty of cash left, but FaZe kind of survive a scary one. That was, what, a 3-on-4 at one point?
Yeah.
Almost get turned upon.
Yeah, if Magus could have hit one of those Deagle shots as they were coming through, that's the big opening.
You could see it's fun watching the theory in his play. He always has like the next fight he's going to take. He knows exactly where to go, exactly where to look next, exactly where FaZe is going to progress up catwalk. Just great entries once contact was eventually made onto that B bomb site. So FaZe survive a scare, and this should be much easier. Just the USPs. It's a P250 on Magisk as well. Utility usage coming out for FaZe. Trying to force back any of those stacks. Actually, Rain takes a good dink right at the start, down to 49 HP.
Should be around where they could farm up a little bit, catch their breath. We talk about this all the time with Astralis, that most of the rounds where they have even a little bit, you have to fight for them. You might be winning them, but all the time it's going to be like a 3v3, 2v2. You have to struggle to get everything on the board, and it can wear you down over the course of a 3-on-3, sorry, best of 3 like this, just knowing that you have to battle the whole way through.
Oh, Guardian wants this fight with the MAC-10. That smoke is going to block him off. I think he knows there's some players on the other side. He hears the spam. There's a free one. Glaive right around the edge. Trying to get a little bit sneaky. Nice timing on the Molotov as well as the smoke clears, and Guardian would love to farm this up. The Opper making so much money early on would be phenomenal for FaZe, and look at this. The rest of the FaZe clan Snake, Nico and Rain coming around towards A ramp. They want to pinch this bomb site. Bait and switch could work out. There's 3 players here in a triangle, and Dupree with a double kill. Gonna hold him off for the moment.
So difficult to do with the USP. It's really not meant for that kind of a fight when you don't have any armor either. 3-on-3 now, 35 seconds, and they should be able to adjust this rather nicely. Good shot from Nico, taking down Device. And it's going to be 2-on-3, and they're actually bringing the bomb back. I would say that's a bit scary if there was anyone at B with the low time that's left, but they cleaned it up just fine. Olofmeister holding catwalk, and they're going to be able to win it. So just a good recovery once again from FaZe. But now is the first serious test here, as Astralis are going to be picking up all of the rifles.
And that's kind of scary considering how both of these rounds went. I mean, that round almost nothing was actually invested in by Astralis, but you can see their decision-making in the middle portions of these rounds when they have the information. If they get just a little bit of time, that's a very impromptu triangles they set up. Base of the stairs after the bait and switch over towards jungle, and then all the way back in CT spawn. And that's just done based on the knowledge and taking a risk considering you have nothing to lose. So FaZe have to be careful not to telegraph moving forward. Device gonna go for a timing. I think he's waiting, he's paused, and there it is. It's a missed opportunity. He's got no armor, so pretty risky to stay in that window.
It's a very aggressive move here towards the A ramp. But they do have two people, even a third one behind, covering in case there was some sort of waterfall play coming out of the apartments. That doesn't really seem to be happening right now, but FaZe have slowly got some mid-control, and they'll probably take that. In fact, Rain has made his way really far in.
Nico isn't going to fall prey to Glaive's aggression. The tough part is the shadow shows that walk. So Nico's got to be careful, not giving away any part of the game. Just a default from FaZe as Olaf takes B-Halls, watching for any aggression on his own. Rain starting to clear out underpass, going to wait for Olaf Meister before taking mid. This is lining up to be a split coming up connector. How aggressive do Rain and Olaf want to be? 3 flashbangs, 2 smokes to work with, and the AWP is actually rotated to the B bomb site, so they don't have to worry about Device for the moment.
His position from Rain is so powerful, almost no matter what. If they need him, he can come in maybe and shoot someone in the back, but if they win the early fight, then he's going to stop anyone from rotating in from B, and that works as well. Guardian does see just the edge of a player there. 30 seconds left. They have to commit to it. Again, they're very low on time right here, which I think is a worrying sign potentially. Nico's going to be going down, and that smoke is blocking them. Perfect grenade there to stop anyone coming out of the ramp, but it's Rain and Olaf to reopen the bomb site. Now, 19 seconds, edging his way through Megis. That is perfect timing. One player left for the bomb here. If he drops to Glaive, they might just run out of time, and Glaive is going to get the shot. 10 seconds now. Dupree in CT spawn, the only one to hold it.
They can't do it. The bomb's dropped. They can't get the bomb site in time. Dupree just has to save. And oh, there's no way. Oh, they just got it.
In the last millisecond, they put down that bomb. Dupree, he knew he had to stay hidden. There was a very good chance that would never work. And now, how does he get back into this one? They have a Molotov as well. Grenade gonna land on him. Spray right through, taking down Glaive. Oh, sorry, Rain, not bad at all. And now gonna follow up. He has no smoke. This is incredibly tricky, and he's gonna tap the bomb, just holding it down. Olaf waiting on the other side. 1 more second, and Dupree's gonna get the shot, and he should have the time as well for the defuse. A 1-on-2 early on to get Astralis on the board. That is just very difficult to do.
I cannot believe the bomb went down in such a short time, and Dupree even getting off it with barely enough time for the defuse. Oh my God, that is a huge clutch for Dupree to win, but it's still so tough. Nice spam shot. This is a round. Astralis wins the first gun round, 1 player surviving, so the economy is still just destroyed. That's why we have a tactical timeout here by the Danes, as they need to talk things over. If they get reset here, that's so harsh. What a beautiful smoke for Magis to drop. You can see, even though he gets one and he's killed afterwards, even though FaZe eventually make their way to the bomb site, how close that was. Magis almost won that with just utility.
And then walking through the smoke afterwards, actually, I think that's one of the spicy components that Astralis haven't always had before Magisk, but yeah. He brings that to the team and definitely did I think that alone almost won the round.
Well, listen, I think of this round, that round is completely different. The fact that that smoke goes down on A ramp at that time means Nico is the one who has to kind of initiate the action from Palace, or he has to try and get something done. If they had had Nico alive in that position for the post plant or to help them get into the bomb site, much less costly, then it's a different ball game. But what a recovery from Astralis. They still have to be a little worried. 1-3, no money left in the bank. And they must have this round.
Yeah, well, otherwise they're going to be back on pistols, and FaZe will suddenly get a very big lead early on in the first half here. They're setting up for another A execute. They've felt some sort of weakness here, but there's 4 people gravitating on the Danish side here towards that A bomb side. This should be a very strong defense. Another smoke goes up, and Nico's thinking about it on the other side, edging his way through. Sip and Dupree opening up and taking down Carrigan and Rain, and now it's almost done. Glaive just hiding inside, and as he comes back out, I can't believe they've missed each other so many times inside of the smoke, and Nico finally going to be going down. That's a bit of a victory. Let's see if they can recover this one. It's not impossible.
That's a huge victory because it's going to spread the defense a little bit thin. You can see they're kind of confused in the rotation on the minimap. Those dots, those blue dots, just don't know where to go. So a couple players had some missed seconds where someone like Olaf could have gotten into a great position to pick a player off rotating back. 3-on-4, still doable, and can still be very, very costly for the Astralis side as Nico, with the bomb, works his way towards ramp. Looks like he wants to do it all. Guardian's going to be sent away. to make some kind of a fake happen. 40 seconds on the clock. I don't know if this is going to be a B fake or if he's going to meet up with Olaf Meister and try and pinch up connector. This is going to be tough either way.
I mean, faking in a 3-on-4 when you're the team with the man down is so hard to do. How do you make them believe that anything's happening on that other side? They are going to group up instead, but once again, this is what, 5 rounds back to back where all of them are going to be low on time when they actually make it play. 5 rounds in here, 19 seconds, and Sip is going to call it. Olaf is down, and I think that is the end of the round here for FaZe. They might even think about maybe saving a little bit if they can.
Once that smoke goes up, Guardian just bails out, and that's exactly what's happening. FaZe gets stalled out. A lot of that conversation around Nico being the in-game leader, the switch in the middle of the tournament when they go down 0-2. Guardian's going to get caught. What a leap down. What a bold play from Zipnix, and he's going to find it. That's 4 players surviving. Astralis have got their feet underneath them, and now it gets so much more difficult for FaZe. The missed opportunity to reset. Guardian being punished economically. I imagine this could be a buy out of FaZe here.
Would you be mad, Moses, if that was you, if that was Guardian, and if you were Guardian in the underpass? I'd be a little bit mad. I'd be like, if I wait, he's dead.
Yeah, not a lasting mad.
No,
but you would be a little bit frustrated in the moment.
Just a slightly. So, Astralis avoiding the eco death at the moment, making sure that they don't immediately lose everything, which is always good. It's a bit of a test early on when you're on the CT side. Now that they have the rifle and a lot of utility, we'll see what FaZe can do to break it. There's been a lot of emphasis on the A bomb site when they've been having the rifles here for FaZe.
More worrisome to me, you mentioned it in that round, is how low the clock is getting in some of these rounds for FaZe. That makes you really, really worried about the play calling coming out, that each and every round so far has been that kind of down to the wire. Timeout ending for FaZe. If they choose to buy in this round upcoming and challenge, that's going to really worry me, because that's a chance for Astralis to springboard into just that never-ending amount of HE grenades, Molotov smokes. If they're able to win that, especially solid, then it's kind of all downhill for FaZe from there. Extended pause, small tech issue as we work through it, but this has started out pretty well. That Dupree clutch was beautiful.
Yeah, it's very hard to do. I mean, Olaf on the other side in that 1v1 at the end, and the bomb was way out in the open. He had no smokes or anything. I think the only luxury that he had is the fact that there was so much time on the bomb that he could sort of come off the defuse the last second.
And Olaf had to be cautious for the fake tap as well. So yeah, Dupree had a couple advantages either way.
All right, that guy was on the next level, Moses. He upped the hand-eye game.
Yeah, it made me speechless. I didn't know what to do with that. I didn't know where to take it.
Now we need to see if anyone could do even better. So, yeah, right now, very early on, it's way too soon to draw any conclusions, but we have seen a number of rounds out of FaZe that have been low on time, and there's an advantage. Obviously, the downside we've talked about, if you run out of time and, you know, someone dies with a bomb, that's a huge problem.
Right.
But on the upside, some teams will second-guess themselves if they hear anything in the last 20 seconds, think, oh, wait, it can't surely be, you know, a push up the ramp now with 20 seconds left. So there could be some difficult communication on the receiving end as well when you get near the end of a round.
Well, back into the action, and we call this kind of a strategy out of FaZe. Let Nico do all the work. He's got an AK that he saved, plenty of utility. I don't think they're aware. Oh, that should have been a kill. That one's harsh, and he's got to press up the aggression. His team's got to follow him as well, but he's blinded for the moment. Yeah, that kill would have been so great to have, would have opened everything up, and now the attention is all going to be on this A bomb site, and Nico has to find an opening for his team.
Absolutely, would have exploded right on the site. He's still hunting for Magus, who's finally fighting back a little bit. The rest of Astralis are almost all here, except for Sip, who's on the other side holding it. That's Glaive with a kill on Rain immediately. The bomb will have gone down. Now, 3 people waiting for him. Nico, he had the opportunity, could have maybe got more. They're going to re-pick that AK-47 up in the hands of Carrigan now, but they're running out of players, and Astralis are circling the bomb site, trying to get back into it. Carrigan, he said it'd be great if he could be one of the players that could really step it up against his former team. Spraying down device there, defusing inside of the smoke spring. He almost gets the angle, but not quite. And it will be a defuse inside. Very close. He was also, I think, partially out of bullets. They're going to save the AK-47 at least, but it's 3 in a row for Astralis.
That's a victory for FaZe in a way. You got the plant, you got 4 kills out of it. That's actually a beautiful round. And I think that might have even been much better if Nico was able to complete that kill on Magisk right at the start, or maybe afterwards when he's back at the ticket booth. I cannot believe he didn't find that kill, but all tied up. You're limiting the money. Astralis can't build anything. They switch into a double op setup, a very expensive one as well on the defense. And they're out of funding. If FaZe can deliver the knockout punch here, that would be massive. Catwalk smoke, the base of Catwalk. And Device has to go for a timing. Still risky for him to sit around at that angle, and mid-control going to go to FaZe. Astralis choosing Magisk and Glaive to be aggressive towards top A ramp instead.
Yeah, all the Molotovs have all been used for Astralis, so some smokes, and it's always worth watching, especially on that CT side, how long they can keep on to them. It can be very tricky on a map like Mirage, but it definitely makes a big difference. I mean, especially if you're going to be defusing the bomb like we saw in the last round.
Well, we saw Magisk hold on to it for so much, which means FaZe needs to do a better job of applying pressure before it comes to that point in the round. They need to find some way to force Magisk to use that utility. He's got the one smoke. He's more than willing to take this fight. Again, the shadow will show, so it gives him the extra confidence.
Again, if you're brand new to the game, this X-ray outline that you're seeing on the screen, the players cannot see, so they have no idea, and that does up the ante just a little bit. It makes it very hard to understand what's going on, and they don't have the minimap either that we're seeing in the top left corner, so this game is much, much more difficult than it seems. Magisk sneaking down, the timing is godlike, and he's going to complete that with the bomb, and dupreeh in the back, taking down Guardian. That is a complete shutdown. And FaZe have got to be furious. The timing against them, just as they were setting up, they were doing their own little countdown, right? Yeah. 3, 2, oh wait, we've lost 2 players with the bomb. That's very hard to deal with.
It's hard to make a decision. If you swing too far wide at the base of that A ramp from the terrorist position, you can get picked off from farther back from an AWP or something the like. And if you go narrow the way that they did there, Magisk gets a double kill, so tough sometimes to clear that position out. Magisk, remember, when he was on Dignitas and they won that epicenter, that was the position that he was just so good at. That was one of the main highlights of him, was how well he played A ramp. Showing it off here as well at the FACEIT Major in the quarterfinals. 4-3 for Astralis in the defense, and they're starting to look like they're speeding up, like they're picking up pace and building momentum into this one.
We do have a Deagle round coming out here, and we do love those. Desert Eagle, one-shot headshot at any range against any kind of armor. And FaZe have a couple of players that are well known for using just that. dupreeh will be taking down Carrigan, so that's a good way to maybe shut it down. And Glaive going to re-peek over the cross on top of that smoke. He does love doing that quite a bit in connector, especially I feel like when they're winning.
I'm wondering when FaZe is going to take the leash off a little bit in these gun rounds. We've seen, I don't want to call them timid, but much more structured than we're used to seeing out of FaZe, which is good in a way. But these players, these individual ability on these guys, and I mean, you have the legendary guys like Guardian, Olaf, Nico as well. Let them shine. Let them find you some openings in some way. Don't be so scared for the first 30, 45 seconds of each round. Go find something. That's what has made FaZe so dangerous since this lineup was put together.
And that should be the confidence that you have, right? Olaf Meister, Nico, almost nobody in the world that can stand up to that kind of firepower. So maybe that would be about now. They do have a lot of money. That's 5 in a row here for the Danish side. And that double AWP, I mean, you mentioned how expensive it is, but when you get to keep it alive for a couple of rounds, then it's a lot more safe, and suddenly if you lose one of them, it's not the end of the world. A lot of things slowly stacking up in favor of Astralis.
Yeah, especially the money at the moment is looking great for the Danes, but you have to say FaZe has had their chances. They've had their opportunities. That 4th round comes into just one player surviving at a victory for Astralis. If they were able to reset on the 5th, that would have been great. You would have knocked them out. You limit their economy on an eco round where you bring in pistols and one AK-47, able to get a plant, and you kind of take all their money away again, and then you cannot win the ensuing. So they've had their chances, FaZe, to stay into this one, taking a tactical timeout, taking a deep breath. Maybe not the in-game leader anymore, but Carrigan still being vocal. So much experience from all 5 players, actually all 10 players in this server. Everyone will know how to handle this kind of a scenario, but 2 timeouts taken for FaZe in the first 8 rounds of this quarterfinal.
That's incredibly aggressive. They've been throwing these grenades, Astralis, for a while, but now they're backing it up with a smoke, and then Olaf Meister, he wanted to take that bait, and he did. Sip took him down immediately. It's a good headshot, and then once they get that kill, they don't chance it for a second one. They just give it up and play 4-on-5, which is kind of textbook. And it's because it works a lot of the time. I say that, and Device does actually give something back, and a lot maybe.
Yeah, very much. That's going to open up the map a little bit. You can see Glaive shifting over towards jungle as Xyp9x rotates deeper into the B bomb site. But they're pretty safe at the moment with dupreeh in this position. If he controls Palace and FaZe never forces him out of there, that's a tough angle. You just cannot hold on to that A bomb site on the offensive side if there's a defensive player inside of Palace. So we'll see how Carrigan handles this. Looks like he might throw some nades and come in late. But they need to be so cautious. Glaive, he can provide so much bait, take so much attention away, and FaZe is in some real trouble.
Glaive's got no utility either, so he can't really set up a flashbang for Dupree to peek, but we'll see how it works out here. Nobody coming through the palace, so Dupree's all alone up here. Gonna have a pretty good shot, at least at the first couple of players. There's Nico going down in sandwich, and now, again, 35 seconds on the clock. They're starting to make their way over. Molotov in jungle to try and force anybody out. 30 seconds now. They have one smoke for the bomb plant. This is not going to be easy at all for FaZe. They've got the initial stages of the bomb site, but they need the control, and that smoke doesn't even cover everything. There's a huge gap in that towards the middle, so they have to go for the default plant instead. They're boxed in, 4 on 3, and one good kill is all they need. Rain going to be taking down Glaive. Time for FaZe to get back into this game and stop this streak that Astralis have been building up. Magisk just running in, no fear. Dupree taking a lot of attention. That's going to give Magisk the kill, but Rain is still here in the back of the bomb site. How do they get rid of him? That smoke gonna maybe try and block someone off. Doesn't quite work. Dupree still gets the kill, and now it's Rain down on the low ground. 1 versus 2, completely boxed in. He's got so little space to move on, and Zip will take him down. Astralis, that's 6 in a row, and they were very patient. I was getting worried for the time at the end, but they held on for a long time in that one.
So patient, especially from Dupree, especially once his position is known. He has to play that perfectly from there, and he does it. Even the shoulder peek, even the presence of mind to kind of bait out shots from Rain to figure out where he is. And this is why that position is so hard. It limits FaZe so much and where they can go, even when the bomb's planted. And what a solid retake from Astralis. Complete faith in each other. Again, losing a lot of players, but that money's so strong, it's not putting as much of a dent in their money as it used to. FaZe have got to get a win soon. 3-6.
And a switch up in the offense here in middle. They haven't seen that before. Device and Dupree crushing that offense there. No chance at all for FaZe. They wanted to try and see if they could get that done quickly, wrap around with the rest of the team, but it's just not happening. Magisk will take down Nico. Now 2 on 4, and the Astralis don't need to do much.
No, they can just sit and wait, can't they? 1 smoke on Guardian. Even if FaZe are able to make their way into the bomb site, once the bomb starts getting planted, it's a 1 on 4, and they're just going to push up over the cover of nades. Device is able to swing around the boxes with the M4, and Guardian's boxed in, and he doesn't even realize that he's dead already in midair and almost recovers. Missed shot. 7 in a row now for Astralis. This Danish war machine has built into an unstoppable juggernaut.
I mean, we could make a whole section in the analysis segment afterwards, just talking about the different ways in which Astralis have been fighting middle, right?
Yes.
They've been pushing up there, they've been double grenading it. Now it's to jump over to the raft or the railing to get that AWP shot through. It's just every round it's something new.
And this is the problem with kind of switching up your caller, which automatically is going to switch up your team's style of play on the offensive side of maps, is you know, you don't really have these kind of plans as a team as how to recover and how to handle and how to counter the different things that Astralis are doing. It's kind of playing it by feel, and you can't beat Astralis like that. Look at Glaive, gonna surprise him again. Kerrigan aware of it. Oh, he's got to get away now, fighting as a retreat, but FaZe doesn't want to let him out, and they don't. They peek just in time, and Glaive can't get around the corner. We've seen Glaive this round, Device in the previous, go for a couple risky, aggressive plays, but you don't mind him switching things up, trying to keep FaZe guessing.
I was going to say that has to be a play that's just rooted in a feeling of dominance, and they know they've got this one lined up nicely. They feel like everything is working out. Bit of a peek here, and that maybe should have been a kill there. Olofmeister surviving it. Looked like that was an easy enough shot for Dupree to hit. He's going to go and recommit to it again. Very scary because his head is showing no damage either this time. They are starting to group up outside of A. Meg is going to find 2 with the bomb as well. They're so aggressive, Astralis, which is not always what they've been known for. Return, long-range shot with a C-set, 75, and now it's a 2-on-2. This is an incredibly confusing round.
I don't know how you read the situation, regardless of which team you are. If you're FaZe or Astralis, how do you know exactly what bomb site is under attack? Oh, and look at FaZe. They're going to rotate right back. They had an open A bomb site. They don't realize Device turning the corner. He gets dinked. He's got to fall away, but he's got the intel, and Kerrigan's on the hunt. But he has to turn around with that aggressive posture. This is weird, and Kerrigan in an important 1 versus 2. He's got armor, and he's got a full set of utility.
Not your normal round of Counter-Strike, this one. Absolutely crazy how they managed to dodge each other. And finally, it's 10 seconds here. He fakes it once. He's not sure where the last player is. He knows Device is in middle somewhere, and he's going to put down that bomb. He's got the M4 as well. There's a very slim chance he can make this one work, but it is not out of the question. Dupree down 91, so a headshot there would actually make the difference. That is a bit of a detail that's worth pointing out here. 40 health for Kerrigan, and he is waiting in the corner, checking it first, the low health player, and that's instantly down. Kerrigan winning the first fight. He's going to peek against Dupree, but he can't win it. The AK-47 drops him, picking up the AWP, and that's 8 now in a row for Astralis. What a scary team.
No, that's a perfectly executed 2 versus 1 from Astralis. You send the low HP player in first, make him a hard target. You can see him jumping around. He's not even really interested in taking a fight to a large degree. He just wants to be able to pass the intel off so dupreeh can turn the corner with exact knowledge of where Karrigan was and win the duel. That is a nice job managing a stressful round where things were happening all over the map all at the same time. 8-3 now, and it's been 8 in a row. At this point, if you're FaZe, you got to start feeling a little bit suffocated.
It's very hard to keep a track of what they're doing right now. Flashbang to set up this peak from dupreeh. He is playing a great game right now, but device goes down. Guardian with the AWP and the opening kill, and dupreeh must be feeling very lonely. He doesn't know right now if anyone's coming up for the underpass, so he's got a bit of backup behind him, but still, this is an incredibly exposed position, and he's going to start to fall back, and for good reason.
And look at the mindset change of Astralis on this defense. That's what they've been doing in these past few rounds, is just shock and awe, push up, get in their face, make sure they stay uncomfortable. If we get killed doing something aggressive, follow it up with more aggression, and it's working so far for them. But not too often that we've seen Astralis get aggressive and not get that kill, the first kill, or at least the trade at the very least. So this is a bit of a change of pace for them. Although you can see how cautious FaZe is being and how respectful of the fact that Astralis might still be here. They get away with 1, they get away with 2, as glaive and dupreeh miss the shots and fall back and give ground.
See how much that smoke is going to hold them back. Good blocking off of the window, making sure that they can stay in middle for a little while. Nico's been waiting for ages over at that A ramp. There's like a silent battle going on here between Magisk and Nico. They've just been having a standoff here. Nobody really knows who's on the other side, so we'll see what happens there. That could determine the whole outcome of this round as well. 35 seconds yet again. Karrigan making a bit of noise. He's getting shot at the back. Sipnik's now realizing nobody's here. Karrigan does live, but the rest of the push is going to be at the A side. glaive taking down Rain. That's a huge opening kill. 24 seconds now, and FaZe really running low. That's the bomb drop. The Nico waiting. That smoke once again blocking him. He's going to get the opening, but it might just be too late here. 15 seconds. They should have no chance to win this, and glaive will shut him down almost midair, and Karrigan can't do anything about it. That smoke at the A ramp, I mean, how many rounds in a row has that been, or not in a row, but at least throughout this first half, has FaZe been stopped by that?
I've mentioned it a couple of rounds ago. They're not applying pressure onto that A bomb site. Magisk has been able to be so comfortable there the majority of these rounds, and if they're not going to at least go for that peak to clear him staring down, he's going to have so much information. There they are, the MIBR boys.
What a beautiful shot as well.
Yeah,
love it.
Gorgeous. They'll be playing tomorrow in the semifinals against Na'Vi.
What a game that's going to be. I can't wait.
That's going to be phenomenal. 3-9. FaZe need to change something.
It's very hard to say what it is, because you said it rightly. They are respecting the aggressiveness out of Astralis. They're waiting for them, and then when that happens, they run out of time, right? And
even if the aggression doesn't come out from Astralis, it's successful in the sense that it just slows FaZe down, and that's why, you know, part of the reason why some of these rounds towards the later portion of this half have been running the clock down.
Suffocating is the word you use, and right now that's how it must feel right now if you're on the FaZe side. You just, every move you take, they constrict you just a little bit more, you lose a little bit more air, and you're just running out of rope to play with here. I mean, we're in the 13th round now. They've won 9 in a row. What has worked for FaZe? What is the thing that they can get back to? Those first 3 rounds winning the pistol, I mean, it's hard to celebrate now that you're in the end of the first half. They need a little bit more on the board. If they could get the next 3 here, that would make a big difference. Even just 2 at this point, even just 1, something that's going to give you hope. But the fact that Magisk has been here every single time, and again, oh, that's a missed smoke. That's not what you need in any. That's going to go on the blooper reel. There's that smoke again, and it almost feels like they have to go through it. 3 players here. If they wait till the end, that's going to be about 30 seconds when they throw their utility, and then again, not a lot of time. You have glaive stepping up in front of these smokes as well to provide a stronger defense. Now they kind of slip away. Both stacked on. If they push when they're on top of each other, that's not a good thing for Astralis. You really don't want to be grouped up right on top of each other. Again, I don't like this defense for Astralis, Sanders. This is scary. Yeah, this could definitely go badly. 20 seconds and they open up. Nico to get that clean kill on Magisk. He couldn't see anything at all. glaive hiding. He's just playing the time. He wants them to go for the plant right in front, but it's on the other side of the box. And yeah, he fires the gun. He's completely surrounded. Somehow he gets a kill. He cannot follow it up. That was a very panicked situation. The bomb is down and it's a 2-on-3 with that great shot from Guardian once again stepping up. And now it's looking much, much better here for FaZe. They need that one more round, as you said, and this seems like it's definitely going to be it. Sip and dupreeh. I mean, some of them are low on the other side, but not enough, I think.
That might be the first time we've seen Astralis get disorganized and maybe a little confused on the defense in this half. Good adjustment from Zipnix, just can't do it. But Glaive rotating over, stepping in front of the smokes, and it felt like he actually called Magisk off the aggression and said, let's play back, let's play deeper into the bomb side. I think from now on, for the rest of this half, Magisk is probably talking to Glaive right now and saying, I've been doing a great job this whole game. They haven't been able to touch me. Let me play my game. Don't worry about me. Do something else. Because that was awkward. That one flashbang, as you can see, this defensive setup just crumbles. As soon as that player goes down, I mean, Glaive just has such a tough decision to make. Do you play for that? Do you let them progress? Do you give map control of the bomb site over to FaZe and just try and take out the planner with that low of time? But that's a big, big risk. It's a big ask. 4-9, FaZe have their opportunity again. They've had a couple, they've got one more, and they need to capitalize on it here.
I shudder to imagine what would have happened if they had gone for the default plan in that last round. If he could have stopped the bomb plant Glaive, then they had about 10 seconds to kill him and get the bomb down. It's definitely not easy. Round number 14 here. A bit of some missed grenades. Don't want to read too much into it.
Oh, look at Device turning from the flashbangs. Rain gets a lot of information. Oh, he could get caught. He just ducked. I think that duck actually saved Device. Oh, what a peek from Glaive. And Device is covered from above, and FaZe know it. That kind of a peek without smoke, and they realize someone is watching this angle. Does Guardian want to go for the heads-up duel? They've got two flashbangs, valuable flashbangs. Kerrigan might just jump for him, but no, it's just going to be a dry peek. Device is going to win those all day. He was patient. And it's a 3-on-5. Astralis with a two-man advantage.
How do you get back? Nico headshots definitely could be part of the answer. Would love to see a lot more out of him. Not that he's been playing a bad first half here at all, but his level, I mean, you said it really early on, in fact, maybe time to unleash some of these players on this team. Nico going to be going down. Megasquans again with the defense over on this side. 35 seconds.
It's such a strong position, and Astralis are masters of it in these mid-round. When you start to have information and you start to put the, the kind of puzzle together of where exactly your opponent is on the map, Astralis love to get a player aggressive in towards Palace. It's a relatively safe position for the defensive team to be in. What a shot from Dupree. Olaf, no time to flick down, and Kerrigan left in a 1 versus 4, and he's going to try and take this away. The money is so strong for Astralis that it really doesn't matter. He has to win, and just like that, Astralis slammed the door shut.
Yeah, strong message being sent here in the first half. Astralis absolutely showing up. We were questioning some of their games early on. They had to fight their way through the whole series, right? Like through Challenger
Legend stage, yeah.
And some of those games looked a little bit questionable, but towards the end of it, you could see that machine starting to work, and it was getting a little bit scary. Who knows if it was going to be happening today at the same level? You know, it's been a big enough a break, right, between the Legends and this. So it could be hard to keep up that same momentum. Now, round number 15 here, FaZe. Very limited on the utility and the equipment as well. They need to do something to get that 5th round on the board, and maybe a rush, maybe just a quick entry into the bomb site would be enough. Device will take down Nico, and hiding in the corner this time it's Megis. A little bit overwhelmed, and he's going to go down. That's a good refrag. 4-on-4, and Device is going to start to make his way back. Glaive somehow on top of the smoke, finding the kill against Kerrigan. 4-on-3 now.
They need to get that plan in, but Rain's got the AK and the bomb. He's the one who had to push up, can't provide cover, and now Guardian has to be aggressive. Coming through the smoke, he can get nothing done, and there's the final kill. 11-4 from Astralis. They lost the pistol, they went down 0-3, and then a 9-round run where FaZe got nothing.
It's very rare to see this kind of I mean, FaZe is such a hard team to break, but 9 in a row, you let in a single round, and then you win all the rest. That is, yeah, 11-4. How do you come back from this if you're on the FaZe side?
Last time we were in this arena for the ECS finals, it was an Astralis victory, and we had a horde of Danish fans taking off those Astralis jerseys and bum rushing the stage and going crazy.
Yes, indeed. I think some of them are here again.
Yeah, they all came back.
Yeah, Glaive.
Such a good time.
Glaive's brother, I think, was here last time, wasn't he? There was a lot of madness happening in the crowd. They need to win the pistol, Moses. There's no way around it.
They really do need the pistol.
We can't really sugarcoat it. We can't really sex it up in any way.
The tough part is this is their map pick as well. So we'll see if they've got it in them. Can FaZe make this comeback happen? It all starts here. They have a kit and an aid on Kerrigan. Everyone else is armored up. Here comes some utility, and Guardian gives away the angle. He's not going to have that information. Actually, they're going to have absolutely no information until Kerrigan encounters some, but the smoke is in his face. Glaive might want to go through this, but just spamming, just holding him back, and Rain has it all to do.
the really good pistol players in the game as well. CT spawn, they're going to go for a really early plant. Absolutely no resistance here at the bomb site, and it's not really Rain's fault. If he had committed to that fight and he had gone down, they would get CT spawn control, and that's a very bad thing to have happen. Olofmeister sneaking in. Can he check the corner? Indeed he can. Instantly Device out of the round. And Olof jumping for more. He's going to get taken down from Magisk. That bomb has been ticking for a couple of seconds already as the pre goes down. And FaZe, again, a must-win round. They tap the bomb a single time, trying to lure somebody into this fight. Magisk gets a headshot. They're just waiting in middle right now. Rain comes up with more. That bomb, one more second, is reloading in front. Oh, no, they get it right at the end. Sip, they had 2 angles on that defuse, and they took turns. Quad kill for Magisk in the pistol round, and it's not done yet, but that is almost as close as you can get.
That really is, and that is, I can't believe they run out of bullets as well. Every FaZe fan had to be so happy watching Magisk. Those bullets run low, just counting it until he could do no more. 2 there, and then of course, who else but Zipnix to pop up from A ramp and end Kerrigan's defuse. That was so close to a FaZe win, almost a miraculous one. Both teams play retake on that A bomb site to start their defensive pistol round. Doesn't work for either of them. Good scout shot from Kerrigan right into the head, and does Astralis want to continue with this? Nico's going to follow up with a deagle, and here we go with the rebuttal.
This is the kind of FaZe you want to see. More of this, and it has to be right now. A little bit of flank through the middle. Olofmeister on a mission or an adventure through T-spawn with the CSET 75. They see just the edge, and that's a double kill for Nico, taking down Glaive. Second one with the deagle. Now Astralis very low on manpower here. 2 on 4. That flank all the way up for the Palace now. They're going to get the bomb plant, but they can't really get off the bomb side. You don't want to be stuck on here once the bomb is down. You want to have a bit more of an open angle. Rain with 1 more, and Device surely not going to make it through this one. A huge return into the game here for FaZe. That's going to make it 12-5. They can do so much with this one victory.
Yes, they really can. They have to capitalize, though. They failed to do it in the first half, so we'll see what they've got moving forward, but that is great. The headshot from Kerrigan to start things out. Astralis tries to catch him off guard with a fast contact play towards this A bomb site. I think Zipnix just barely got slowed down, and then of course Nico with the deagle is going to do some work. The nice thing, even if Nico gets no more kills, the beautiful thing about just a couple as they enter into the bomb site is you lose the ability as the attacking team to watch your flank. Olaf was coming in, no matter how many people that they were able to, Astralis was able to eliminate at that A bomb site. Olaf coming from behind was surely going to surprise them and probably at least get 1. But here we go. No investment from Astralis in this round. They'll be able to buy in the next. But you've got AKs, you've got rifles in the hands of FaZe.
Being able to steal a couple of AK-47s, definitely a good chunk of money on their side.
Yeah, they're going to love that.
Those 2 UMPs, though, I mean, Astralis are going to be fully equipped for the next round, so that could be a slight advantage, although we've seen them be very effective in the past at SMG. 18th round. Comeback right now for FaZe. It's absolutely possible. Their own version of the double-up setup here could also be incredibly interesting.
Yeah, it could be a lot of fun. But first they need to establish the money. Don't take losses in this round. They need to have a very clean victory here. Should be able to. Only Glocks on the Astralis side. No utility, not really any element of danger, if I'm honest. It seems like Astralis more than willing to take this round slow, perhaps kind of letting FaZe feel the pressure maybe of the moment, of the scoreline. Talking about how exactly they want to handle the rest of this T side. Oh, good taps from Nico. Olaf going to start shutting things down on catwalk, and it's going to be Kerrigan who's going to hear the footsteps, and he's going to get contact. Olaf spins. Should be pretty easy, though, from Kerrigan to deny this plant. A double kill for him to get on the board, and the bonus money, it's now 6-12. That's what Astralis needed exactly.
Let's see. Is it going to be fast-paced, just an explosive round coming out here to the Danish side, or are they going to gamble for the more sort of mid-control style play that we saw out of FaZe a couple of rounds, where they tried to get that mid-control, and Astralis were very good at denying it, but it is kind of at least one of the core strategies on this particular map. Sip, thinking about it, changed his mind in the last second.
Limited flashbangs for the Astralis side. They've only got 2 at the moment, which could be worrying moving forward. Do you imagine they're going to do some kind of aggressive? This is their bread and butter. They love sending Magisk into this position. 1 pop flash over to help him out, but at least now just waiting to see if someone is going to get aggressive. Kerrigan knows that Molotov placement. They're well studied, well versed on Astralis on this map. The nade and Molotov forces Magisk back, and there goes the danger. Timing for Guardian almost works, but it's Nico who's punished. Dupree from underpass, and Olaf's going to try his luck next. This is dangerous. The whole round could hinge on what Olaf gets here. He's going to find a kill. Not retreating quite yet, staying up on catwalk, and then he makes sure he's secure before falling back, and that is a great equalizer.
He's back into it again. The risk is at an all-time high right now for Olafmeister. He's stuck in between the two of them. He still picks up the kill, spinning back to the middle and almost gets the triple. Dupree down to 19 health. That's such an incredible round out of Olafmeister. He was exposed from at least 2 different angles walking in to get that double. Not easy at all. 3-on-3, and they're going to rush down on Carrigan. He's got that UMP in hand. Last time he could handle it, but it was Glocks, no armor. This time, they've got a lot more firepower. And Sip, they have to check the whole bomb site. They might wrap around him. Bit of a grenade as the UMP comes through. Carrigan going to be taking up that kill. The bomb down 30 seconds, and he finishes it off. That is really well done. Now, only 30 seconds here, but a 19 health on Dupree should be impossible. And what a read. Perfectly timed. Carrigan against his former troops. He gets a triple.
You want to talk about a round that very easily could have gone the other way. The play Olaf makes on catwalk, he could have gotten killed so many times looking the wrong direction. He had to check behind him in 180 degrees, just back and forth, making sure he's safe. And Kerrigan as well just kind of flips the coin, and he says, if someone's on catwalk, I'm dead. But if there's not, then I have a chance here to get this double kill. It's exactly what he does to secure the bomb site. They keep the orb alive in Guardian's hands, and FaZe with a real good shot at this comeback now. 7-12, and it's back to pistols. And Anders, we got the dualies, baby.
I know you love it, Moses. It hasn't been working all major long, but if ever there was a time to make it work, I bet
Glaive can do it.
It would be now, right?
Glaive's my boy. He's heard me. He's not going to fail me.
Well, I look forward to it. If it works this round, Moses, we'll call it a clean even, right?
Call it even, yeah.
The full redemption. Round number 20. FaZe can't imagine the stress that they were under in that first half, but somehow they kept their cool, and now winning after losing the pistol round, winning the second round, and then coming right back into the game. This is an incredibly open game right now. It's going to be hard for Astralis, I think, to close this one out. And there we are, taking down Olafmeister. Oh, looking for more. He's actually almost done it. Nico down on 15 health. Nice headshot, making this one expensive, which does matter in the end. I don't think they can win the round, though. It's very hard to pull on this 2-on-3.
Nico's got to give up the angle. That's the dangerous part of this defense now, is he's got to back away because his HP is so low. So there's some information Dupree can actually stay alive. He hears these footsteps, obviously, but he's got to be so cautious. If he goes down, there's no chance for Guardian and Kerrigan to work together. And Dupree looking for him, knows he's low, knows the dink came out. That's been communicated. It's Guardian who's going to have to step up with his AWP, and even he's giving up the angle. So they're going to actually concede the plant. Kerrigan might be able to peek from catwalk. Here it comes. He's going to stop it. No, he's not. It is going to go down, but nice one shot from Dupree.
Surely there should be no way. He hasn't even reloaded yet. He's so worried about that peek. And they're going to be on the bomb very soon here. A bit of a grenade, the smoke up in front, and yeah, 10-second defuse. Can he get the angle? Really long range. Man, that is a Hail Mary. He's getting a chance for a reload even, and he just can't find the angle. He's no idea where it's planted. Nico will take him down. It's a good idea, but...
I was getting flashbacks. We've seen Dupree know that angle before. The Brazilians sitting in the crowd right now know what I mean from that. But Dupree not able to make it work this time, but close with that 10-second defuse. And you're right. I mean, look at the money that's being that's going to come out here for the FaZe side. It's not ideal for this defense. Starting to run down. They'll have another buy behind it, but the double op is out. You said it would be interesting. Olaf's got one, Guardian's got the other, and they need it to be a real big success. They need it to be lockdown double ops.
We'll find out right about now. Nico going to put in that grenade a bit late, actually. And it does do a tiny bit of damage to Glaive. Astralis avoiding most of that. And Glaive alone here. There's a guy coming up underpass as well, I think Dupree, but right now, not a big fight out of FaZe to get this mid control at all. Just going to slow it down as much as they can. But what does Astralis do when they have the map control? Looks like an A crunch right now.
There is a universe where giving over full map control to Danish teams is the absolute worst nightmare scenario. Let's see what Astralis has in store. Dupree peering in towards window, and this is, look at this difference. Magus being the aggressor with a minute left in the round. So if anyone was playing the angle that he had in that first half, they'd be forced back. So, oh, Nico gets baited into it, trying to do too much of a play, sees the smoke, wanted the timing, maybe wanted the catch device snoozing, and a little bit late on reactions, but he gets punished, and that makes this A bomb site even weaker. A boost into the window.
Wow.
This is so deadly. FaZe about to be punished.
They bait him in, make the opening, then exploit the opening to actually get that window control. This is brutal out of Astralis. Karrigan will take down Dupree, and hiding in the corner is Rain. If he can pick up one kill and buy a little bit of time, that would be huge right now. The timing is great for him, but the spray is not. And he almost goes down. A Result Guardian now covering his teammate, and this is actually working out. 25 seconds, and Astralis running low on time as well. Karrigan dropping Glaive, and this is looking so good right now. 2 on 4. They do get the kill, but it is just not possible. The bomb is far away, and Guardian going to close out the round. Both the orbs stay alive, and FaZe now picking up a 9th round.
They're coming into it. They're building back into this game. FaZe, that is so well done. Karrigan, another round where he is the savior. Taking out Dupree in the window room allows rotations to come in, gives them so much map freedom. If Dupree's able to chill, Karrigan is neutralized. He can't do anything to help his teammates, but this is just great all across the board. And you could see the main attack for Astralis coming in on the A bomb site. Players in position in window room, in middle on catwalk to be able to punish the rotations that are coming from the other side of the map. And FaZe, Olaf and Karrigan handle them both perfectly. Timeout for Astralis, as they have witnessed their lead collapse. Successful pissed around, and then 5 straight for FaZe. And this is kind of, you know, even when FaZe was at their best, this is what we saw. Sometimes sketchy T-halves, sometimes it didn't look all that great, but the CT sides were just so strong due to the skill.
You see the individual performance out of some of these players. I mean, very hard to shut them down. All of them incredibly good in their field. 12-9 now. Leave an M4 in the spawn. Nico, can you go pick it up anytime? A little bit of confusion.
Not a mistake you want to be making at the moment in the midst of a comeback. I don't think it's going to get punished at all. Everyone towards this B bomb site. Here's that play with Magisk. We know Karrigan knows all about this play. His Molotov, I believe, got extinguished though, so he's got to be careful. Here's the pop flash. Magisk. It's all on him. Can he provide the entry? Nico's there to shut him down. They're waiting for it. Twice now that exact play has been swatted aside by FaZe, and Astralis have used everything. They have to go forward. They have no ability to fall back and find success elsewhere.
Down on the low ground, but as you said, no more flashbangs in Karrigan's eyes, and he's going to follow up with a great double kill. Just leaves Dupree. He could do some damage here, but not win the round. It's just not possible with everyone from FaZe here. Olafmeister going to take him down 12-10, and FaZe are definitely back in this game.
That is a round, that is a strategy that we saw Astralis bring out time and time again at Stockholm, and they brought it out specifically when they needed to win a round, and they've done it twice now in this game, and FaZe has neutralized it both times. That has got to be a worrying sign if you're Astralis, saying, wow, that works always. What do we go to now?
And I mean, you can prepare before a game, but coming up with something creative in the middle of a match is almost impossible, right? So maybe they have something deeper planned, but it's got to be right now. Device will take down Guardian. That is a good kill and a big risk for Guardian to be peeking in that manner into the middle, and they're going to follow up pure aggression, just rushing right up through connector, and Rico even maybe saw that coming, but it's just not enough. Again, Karrigan saving them. Will eventually go down, but he is just doing so much. He's got 21 kills.
Rain has a decision to make. He either needs to get aggressive or he needs to fall back, and he's going to push forward. He's hearing the footsteps of Xyp9x, which means Olaf can back away. This would be a great pick to have. Xyp9x is very aware as he retreats, but the timing might just be with Rain. He picks up the pace. There's the peak. Oh, and he can't win it initially, but he does find it. Crucial battle. And Olaf is the one who's going to be under pressure from so many different angles. They have no idea that Device has gotten here. He can ruin everything for FaZe.
Yeah, he can. Magisk not afraid to run back in. He's no idea that Rain is repositioned up into the palace, and once again, Rain could simply win this round from pure positional play. He's down to 31 health. Oh, the timing there is just so good, and that leaves Rain alone. He's going to get the instantaneous headshot, taking down Device, but the bomb is on the other side, and Magisk is running for it. Oh man, these 1v1s can be almost a coin flip. Very, very brutal, and Rain, he seems to have the right idea. He's picked up the AK-47. He is setting this one up in his mind. He's got the double. One more headshot here for the triple. He's walking in. He's got the right idea. Magisk down to the low ground. He's got no clue at all. Going to be putting down the bomb, and Rain, he takes the long way around. That's going to complete the bomb plant. Magisk falling back, but there it is. Mid-air, Rain takes him down and saves FaZe for round number 11. World-class play here out of the Norwegian player.
The tide is turning, and it is a gamble. Magisk in that situation, you got to call the bluff one way or the other. He goes to the B bomb site, and it's a complete guess for both players. Where's it coming? But what a play. Rain making all the right decisions. And they somehow survive. Device slipping behind all the defenses. That is beautiful. 11-12 now, and that FaZe says it all. Astralis fans starting to get nervous. Another timeout, one remaining. FaZe have brought themselves back from the brink.
Should be getting nervous, Moses. You should be getting excited now. This is the kind of game we wanted on the big stage. Astralis versus FaZe, delivering in map number 1, and it looked like it was going to be a complete landslide. Astralis winning 9 rounds in a row in that first half. It looked like they were about to crush FaZe, but they just never broke.
FaZe somehow, I mean, yeah, that's the point. They bent a lot, but they didn't break. They looked lost in that first half, but now they're starting to feel invigorated. This has been a great comeback, 7 rounds straight after losing the pistol as well. That is the one that felt like it should have just destroyed all hope. But here we are, double op setup still going strong. And you have to say as well, FaZe have survived a number of rounds where they've actually lost the opening pick. Olaf getting creative, the smoke, he's trying to step in front of it, trying to find the edge, and that's risky in and of itself. Gambling that Astralis isn't going to take the angle quite yet. There's the flashbang, he just eats it full force and takes a timing shot. But Astralis, they're starting to get very, very cheeky across this map. They're gambling that FaZe isn't watching the smokes and they're right.
They're getting all the map control they could possibly want. They did last round as well, but that wasn't enough. So normally to get Glaive into the window so early on and the headshot to follow up, what a power play coming out. Once again, Astralis off to a good start here in the round, but we've seen it before, and now they actually need to follow it through.
And there's 2 defenders behind the ticket booth. There's 2 defenders at the A bomb site who are out of the action. This is going to be so tough. Again, another decision for Rain to make is, do you try and get in and actually hold this? But with connector control, with mid control for Astralis, it's almost too risky. So much space being given up, and surely FaZe can't come back into this one. They've given way too many advantages over to Astralis.
Yeah, but they don't have any smokes either on the Danish side. That's a bit scary. Device gets a kill, but the pre goes down in return. And once again, it's Rain picking it up here for FaZe. A flashbang just to force out that shot with the AWP. 38 seconds here, and FaZe, the last player, is starting to make his way over. Olafmeister knows he has to be here. The bomb not going to be interrupted this time. And holding that murder hole is Glaive. If Olaf tries to go through, he should lose that fight 9 out of 10 times. Rain sneaking in through the smoke. He needs the opening, but he's not going to get it. Megis will take him down, and Astralis just fighting to get that 13th round on the board, and it feels like they've done it now. The double up has to retreat. They simply don't have, they can't really afford to throw these rifles away. And time running out here. Guardian going to pick up a kill, but they've already committed to just holding it. Olafmeister turning his back, and that's scary all on its own, isn't it?
That scared me. Oh, nice round from Astralis. Now, here's, you mentioned it's difficult sometimes to come up with solutions on the flies. Astralis have just done it in these past few rounds. The opening pick in the previous, with Dupree able to charge all the way into connector. This time it's Glaive who's just saying, all right, if you guys aren't actually going to challenge mid outside of an open window, which is smoked, I'm just going to push all the way down. I'm going to get so much map control, and FaZe can't let that happen. They cannot give position in this window room open. 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock, and he's already there. That affords so much information. They've been bailed out a couple of times by great impactful plays from Kerrigan. This time it doesn't happen. They get forced away. So the question becomes, looks like they want to do mid-aggression right off the back. Nico going to push up. Rain going to be supporting. Guardian as well coming in towards connector. There's only going to be 1 player here from Astralis. They've read what's coming. 1 step ahead still.
Oh, Megis couldn't see a thing, and Olaf on the other side with the AWP. Well, he's somehow stuck a little bit. That's so dangerous. He still picks up the kill. How can that happen? He does go down, but an incredible shot from Olafmeister. He was definitely confused in that moment. Now all the grenades are down. They've got their own little smoke box going on here at the B bomb site. Glaive on one side, Rain on the other. Who's going to pull the trigger first? 1 shot here, and it's going to be Glaive ducking underneath. Can't reload it. Nico gets the 1 and almost a follow-up. Now it's a 2-on-3, and that bomb is freshly planted. They have some time here to work with. Device going to be taking down Kerrigan. And once again, this rifle on Guardian is so important. They're running out of money, and they're running out of rounds. Astralis now a 14th on the board. And that strategy is another one that they've been using a lot.
Yeah, they went right back to it. They've tried it twice and it got neutralized, but this time it's a brilliant call from Astralis, from Glaive, I would imagine, who says, all right, we punished them 2 rounds in mid. They're going to have to stop the pressure we're putting on there. And in a typical mid-aggression, there's only 1 defender at that B bomb site. Let's do it again. They're not going to have the Molotov. They're not going to have the nade to put down in Magic's position. He'll be able to get in. And even though he dies, no recovery chance for Olaf. No one to give him that extra second to survive. And Astralis has also broken the money to a degree. There's going to be none left after this, but FaZe is really scrapping something together. They still have the AWPs. Olaf with 1, Guardian with the other. It's 2 SMGs are the worrying point, and no kits for FaZe at 11-14. Can they hold themselves out of the pit one more time?
They had a, what, 7-round streak in the second half to get to 11 rounds. So
yes.
they had to pull a lot together to make that even work. It might have been all for nothing if they can't complete this round. I mean, Astralis might just get to the finish line at the end here.
Both defenses have been the dominant sides for these teams. The one difference is Astralis was able to string 2 rounds together. FaZe could never do that. FaZe could never grind the economy down and then capitalize on a lack of money. Astralis have that chance now. And here we go, round number 26. If FaZe can't win this, they'll have absolutely nothing really to fight with in the next round. And on top of that, they'll want to save. I mean, even if Astralis just gets into a bomb site in an advantaged position, it might just force FaZe to fight for overtime.
Not a choice you want to have to make here at the first map. Olofmeister close once again. Last time he almost did it. He missed Magus Fire an inch, and this time that won't happen. He's going to take him down. Astralis revisiting this exact same strategy. The smokes are going to force Olof back, and that's a bit scary because that leaves Karrigan alone on the bomb site with an MP9, but Astralis have slowed it down much more than they normally would, and they're actually falling back from it, so this is strange. That's
given all the chance in the world for Guardian and Olof to get in front of the smokes, and there goes Dupree. And Astralis used everything for that hit. They have to go back towards the A site. Now it's just FaZe needs to be cautious. You have all the advantages in the world. Just be so careful on your rotations. Everyone was evacuated. Everyone had rotated to the B bomb site to defend. So now you're not sure how much ground Astralis could have gained in the meantime. This is where those double ops need to shine. Olof's in a great position. Guardian not really doing a whole lot with his. He's kind of stuck over towards Market, but Olof is the one who can peer towards Connector if they try and make it up. What a boost. What a counter boost. What a pick for Device. And now Rain is all alone.
It's incredibly intelligent being brought up from Astralis. They just had no chance to counter that. Olofmeister not seeing it. Nico in the middle, and he's going to win the fight against the bomb carrier as well. That's not bad. Ooh. Device, that shot he had to hit. The follow-up will connect. They have a chance. They can actually bring this back. 3-on-4, but now it's a 2-on-3. And Rain ready with the UMP. That bomb, not quite there yet. 22 seconds, and the walk-in from Karrigan on Catwalk again. How can they stop that? There is no smoke and connector at the moment. They've got every chance of stopping this bomb from going down, but they haven't been able to yet, so at least the bomb plant. Grenade probably going to do some damage there. A lot of damage to Rain, in fact, and they're going to fall back immediately. If there's a straight defuse here, they win the round. FaZe, and Glaive, he thinks better of it. Device has a Molotov as well. Oh, this could be a heartbreaking end for it for FaZe. If they try and defuse inside that fire, good utility usage there, but Glaive is in front of it, and nobody defusing the bomb yet. Right down to the last second, this one for sure. Glaive with the start taking down Rain, and Device will go down in the middle. What a great defense. Guardian shutting down Glaive, and FaZe win an absolutely critical round. It just is so close every single time.
What a crazy retake. I thought they were in a lot of trouble when that smoke disappeared. The entire length of it on the bomb just doesn't pan out. 14-12 for Astralis. Incredible they're able to come back into it. This is what makes them so difficult to beat. Ooh, that's just a blind shot. What a dick. 14-12 now. This is Astralis, just their ability to get back into that round with a creative boost in middle to find that pick towards Catwalk. It's almost like they could sense exactly where the danger is going to come from. That gives them the smallest of openings, and obviously those SMGs as well really prevented FaZe players from being as aggressive as they would have liked. Here we go. Again, light on money for some of these teams. Very, very fast up Catwalk. Blocked off by a smoke for the moment, but it looks like Olof is going to get tested one more time. This time, he's watching for it.
Flashbang doesn't touch him, but Glaive still somehow wins the fight. That flashbang landed behind Olof, and now Karrigan here again, the MP9. They're coming in from every angle, and he just cannot get that kill. Magus will take him down, 3-on-5, and again, FaZe, if they end up fighting for overtime, they kind of need the money for it. They can't just afford to throw these rifles away, and that's what's going to force their hand. But look at this. This is going to be a dagger in the back, isn't it?
Oh,
Dupree waiting on that A bomb site. He read this coming. He knew they were going to try and save the rifles, and he's got them locked into CT spawn now. If he gets even one kill, that could shift the whole game again. Dupree, oh, he might get shot in the back himself. Rain, good save. That's so important. All of these rifles really matter right now.
Dupree could have just won the map right there. Nicely done from Rain, and also picks up a smoke that he can use to try and prevent anyone from Astralis from really chasing it. They're probably not too encouraged to chase. They don't have a lot of money themselves, so I mean, they can't give up any more than those two, really. They themselves don't want to be put on the back foot in terms of the money. So hoping to get lucky, nothing's going to happen, but 3 map points for Astralis in this opening battle of the quarterfinals.
Oh man, it changes the game so much. They would have been fighting, what? Deagles in this round, probably?
Yeah.
Maybe some CSET 75s instead. Double AK and that AWP on Guardian. Not to be underestimated at all. 15-12, one more round for Astralis, or the 3-round comeback into overtime here for FaZe. It could definitely happen. As you said, Astralis don't have a lot of money. If they run out, I mean, that might just be overtime.
That's what FaZe fans are hoping to see in this round. Guardian. He has the op. Can he roll back the years? And what exactly is the call? If you're FaZe, how do you play this? You're starting to get a little bit outplayed. You've been outcalled tactically a couple of times down the stretch here. That B bomb site has been heavily pressured by Astralis, and the question that FaZe has to figure out, are they just setting up for some kind of an attack at the A bomb site, or is that just going to be their bread and butter to take this map away from FaZe?
It's definitely not easy to read. Quick jump down the middle. NiKo's tried this before last time. He didn't make it work this time. He's got the AK, and my God, the first bullet accuracy, just destroying Glaive. And then the follow-up grenade to actually make sure he could get back to safety. What a smooth round out of NiKo so far.
Yeah, but this is great from Kerrigan. They're going to get aggressive as well. Now he has a lot of information. He can actually force Olaf away, tell Olaf to rotate either towards Catwalk to watch that. Olaf can play passive at the back of the site with that scout. And now Astralis is going exactly where FaZe wants them, over towards NiKo, towards one of the best players. But you talked about the first bullet accuracy was great coming up mid. This time in a passive angle, it misses its mark.
Yes, it does. 2 people in CT spawn once again, but the grenades, this time they've got a couple more on Astralis. They can smoke them off instead. Guardian with one important kill. The bomb going down again. The double kill from Guardian. We saw the sign, and this is why we love him. 2-on-4 now. They've got a big chance right now on the FaZe side. Maybe they can bring this into overtime. No, oh my God! Olafmeister taking down the Vice. No scope from that scout. Dropping him, and now it's all on Dupree. 1 versus 4. Quick double headshot. Oh my God! And he wants to continue. Just needs a little bit more. No chance for a reload. Now they almost line up, and he's got another one. This cannot be true. Finally, he's down. The raid boss falls, and Olafmeister going to bring it to round number 13. What is this game? 28 kills for Dupree, nearly aced his way to win map number 1.
That's an unbelievable sequence out of Dupree. And he's done his job, even in a loss, taking money away. Again, the economy plays such an important role, but these shots, this performance, finding all the 1v1s, knows exactly where that next player is coming. This was unbelievable. Certainly you don't think that's going to be topped. And then Dupree goes to work. And FaZe has to breathe a sigh of relief. A timeout from Astralis. They're using all of them in regulation. They'll have nothing for overtime. They want to end this now. But they have a little bit of money to play with. 3 players can buy. They've got a decision to make. I guess with a round like that from Dupree, everyone starts to believe a little bit more. 3 AKs bought up from Astralis, which means they want both of these chances. They do not want to sit around out. They want 2 chances to win in regulation, and here we are. 3 AKs, CZ, and a Deagle.
And if it goes into overtime, the equation changes again. It is just such a different game. They've all been here before, but on this stage, with the stakes so high, who knows what can happen. Round number 29 now. Astralis, they've been having some good openings in some of these rounds. I feel like that's a strength that maybe FaZe were having a little bit of a harder time finding openings, and they were a little bit late in the rounds to execute. But we'll see what the Danes could do here. Mega's going to be running through. He's tried this a couple of times. Guardian shutting down Glaive, and now he's feeling very uncomfortable. This
is a fake. They set this up. They've had success with it a couple times. They failed a couple times, but they want FaZe to think that it's that standard go-to play, and they're not falling for it. Olaf and Guardian with the ops at long range are taking everyone down. 3 kills between them. I think Astralis may have jumped the gun coming up ramp, and even though NiKo falls, he's done decent damage, and they know exactly what's coming. The op holding the line, the Molotov, the Flame's going to force him off, and Dupree is such a tough job to do. You have to help your teammate with the bomb get into the site, but you also have to hold off the rotations. The bomb will get planted, and a chance for Astralis.
See if Dupree and Device can do this. An absolutely lethal combination of players. Grenade, actually, that's not bad. Softening up Dupree a little bit, but Device is going to be tested for real this time, and Guardian will take him down. Not even a chance for a reply. Dupree 1-on-4 last time, 1-on-3 this time with the AK-47, and he's going to get shut down. Not even close. Guardian with a triple kill. He has really come alive towards the end of this second half here. 15-14 now. It's getting dangerously close. They got the bomb plant, and with that, they can buy 1 AK, and that's pretty much it. The rest, Galil, CCs, Deagle, whatever they want, but
this is the kind of round that can get very, very weird, and you can see Astralis calling that kind of a fake with that round. Getting to the end of the playbook, perhaps. Great shots from Guardian, you're exactly right. 5 kills from in the last 2 rounds that have been so close. The last 4 rounds that FaZe have won have all been diffuses. Astralis has had success. They've gotten to the bomb sites. And FaZe somehow has barely hung on this whole time. Clawing their way back. 14-15, a chance to force OT. Guardian gonna get aggressive. No op for him this round.
Ooh, failed smoke over a catwalk for Astralis. That's a bit unusual. I think Olofmeister has a pretty clear view of what's going on. It's actually landed on top of the roof. There's a bit of a foot showing as Rain started to feel a slight bit. The chance there, couldn't make it work. Sip down to 54.
They've changed things though, FaZe. Guardian's playing a top connector with an M4. Nico's been there a lot of the time, so Guardian's got no information of how they've been playing this. It's gonna be a free kill. No eyes on the window, and Dupree, again, the assassin, and he can provide so many entries. Nico's gotta shut him down. It can't happen. A third not gonna follow up in Rain. He's surrounded from every angle, and this could be the end.
1 AK-47, but Rain is absolutely fighting back. He's completely trapped. He gets 1 more kill, constantly turning for the next one to come through. Meg is taking down Rain, and now it's a 3-on-3. What a round here, number 30, and it's just all action all the way through. Olofmeister checking middle, but Device is taking up Karrigan. They're right on the edge. FaZe, they just need a couple of more kills, but now it's all on Olof. 1 versus 3, the smoke in front, and 16-14. Astralis pick up map number 1.